Hello, welcome to the Whiteboard of World Domination Weekly Review. I am Catherine Lang, and this may seem like a deja vu moment for you because it definitely does for me. I am learning new equipment. That's part of the journey is learning new equipment. I am learning new software, and sometimes never the three shall meet. So what I know and what the software is doing and what the equipment is doing don't always work out. At least I wasn't going live for an hour without any mic whatsoever. So we're going to do this again, just one on one. I'm not going to switch over and let you see the focus flexibility quarterly that I go through. But I am going to challenge you to go to the website, catherinelang.com or whiteboardofworlddomination.com, and you can find links to the pages themselves. You can grab some of the pages if you want. One of my goals for 2026 is to be relentlessly helpful. And so I am offering a lot of material, a lot of my writings, even books for free. You just have to get over to the website and get connected with me. So what I do each week is I go into the daily sheets from the Whiteboard of World Domination, and I look over what have I done this past week. And I have discovered that when I fill out my full sheet, when I am consistent in looking at my sheet, filling out my sheet, following through on my sheet, especially where I'm keeping up with my time budget. When I do that consistently, I get so much more done. One, I'm keeping myself accountable, but two, I am able to look and say, oh, I haven't done anything since 8 o'clock this morning. Why is that? Probably because I turned on the TV. So the key to staying accountable in your journey is to have some kind of record. The great thing about the Focus Flexibility Planner and the Whiteboard of World Domination plan is that you can modify it however you need to. It is not locked into one way. Every single journey is going to be different because we're all different. And I wanted to be able for myself to switch things up if I needed to. So I print out my own focus flexibility planner. I print it out and put it into a three ring binder. That way I can add things I need to as I need to, or I can adjust things as I need to. I keep my Bible reading list in here. I keep my book record. So when I'm reading a book, I write it down in my focus flexibility planner that I have. But the key is that you have to find what works for you. Now, if you don't know what works for you, or you haven't even taken time to try to figure out what it is you want to do, that's what being relentlessly helpful is all about. I want to encourage you to find your way. And more importantly, I want to help you find what works for you. The Without knowing where you're going, you will never get there. Hello to all of you who have joined me. Um, we're just talking about how we review each week our plans for our journey. And we define our plans for our journey to meet our own personal goals, not because they said so. As a matter of fact, this year, I didn't make a single SMART goal. As a matter of fact, I made unsmart goals. Instead of following that acronym SMART, I chose to look at I am statements. And my focus is on becoming who I am designed to be. So the four areas of focus in the Whiteboard of World Domination are aspiration, stewardship, transformation, and fellowship. And for each of those areas, I've written a big, what I call big dream goal, an aspirational goal, a goal that's a little bit scary and a little bit impossible because it pushes me to be more. So for aspiration, I am the spark of encouragement. For stewardship, I am a good and faithful steward. For transformation, I'm building a firm foundation. And for fellowship, I am relentlessly helpful. These goals help me stay centered in who I am designed to be. I'm not saying you have to do it this way, but I'm saying it creates balance for me. And that's what's so important. You need to find what keeps you balanced, and then you need to map it out in a way that works for you. The Focus Flexibility Planner has become an essential part of my day, so much so that I ran out of ink and I ran out of sheets at the same time. And I couldn't fill out my Focus Flexibility Planner today, and I couldn't even remember what I was supposed to be doing. So when you find what works for you, invest in doing it, find a way to be accountable, and most importantly, review. If you're not reviewing, then if you're off just a little bit, you'll use up all your arrows shooting at a target that doesn't exist. But by reviewing regularly, you can make the little bits of adjustment that keep you on target and on track. So that's kind of how I'm reviewing this week. It was a good week for me. I kept a list of not only what I was doing, but like the meals that I made, which is a very important part of my family because I home cook almost all of our meals. So now I can go back and remember, hey, how old is that leftover in the refrigerator? Which happened earlier today. And I also was able to look at how am I engaging with others? What was my daily win? What was my daily grow? Where do I need to be working? And it has just made the week a very good week. How was your second week of 2026? More importantly, how are you going to use your second week of 2026 to launch into your third week? I look forward to hearing how it went. Share with me in the comments or just jump over to catherinelang.com and let's get connected and get you on fire for your own whiteboard of world domination. Be blessed.